Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Minty, and this is episode 29 of the Frigate Fracas tournament. This episode we've got the Protostar by Delta Force going up against the Nibbler by a nickel. It's important to note that the Protostar has 6 wins, so if it wins here, it will be going into the Hall of Champions. So let's go ahead and get this battle underway. So far, the Protostar not managing to land any hits on the Nibbler that I can see. Both still at 100%. Nibbler also missed. But we might actually get to see the Nibbler's secondaries in play this time. I don't remember the Protostar being the type of ship that's tried to kite. And so far, the Protostar is taking some hits, but the Nibbler is just not taking any damage. Evaded the Protostar. Oh, those are gonna hit. But minimal damage, really. And the Nibbler is using high explosive shells, which are doing some pretty nice damage to the Protostar. Those secondaries are not really doing much. Oh, the Protostar's underwater. It sank. It's lost half of its propulsion, it looks like. Oh, but it's coming back up. It's that insane repair rate coming into play for the Protostar. The Nibbler is keeping itself up pretty well, too. I don't feel like the Nibbler's secondary is doing much to the Protostar, but those primary guns, those pure HE, are actually ripping into the hull of the Protostar pretty well. It's not firing very often. Oh, that's a direct hit. That's a gun destroyed, and the secondary's detonated. Now the Nibbler's just sailing straight away and not turning, and putting itself in a position where none of its guns can fire. The limited speed and maneuverability combined with the limited firing arcs on the Nibbler really hamper its ability to fight. If you're going to have limited firing arcs, you need to have a ship fast and maneuverable enough to keep itself in those arcs. Otherwise you get this, you get a ship that's sailing around not firing. There we go. It got a shot off again, even though the Protostar has healed itself back up to 100% at this point. Those guns on the Nibbler do significant damage to the Protostar. Like, it doesn't do quite as much on the deck, it seems. No, it's into a hole in that deck. Like, it rips out a pretty significant chunk, you know, compared to some other shells we've seen hit. Those pure HE shells are damage. If the Nibbler could just keep... Oh, that's a direct hit to that turret. Kaboom! Oh, that was the secondary, not the turret. But, yeah, I saw those shells going in, and it was just like, yeah, that's gonna hurt. I thought for sure that was going to pop that last of the Nibbler's turrets, but the Nibbler is on its last limbs here. It's taking a lot of damage. And I think if it could get all of its guns on target and just DPS as hard as it can, as early as it can, it could have a chance. The problem is, look at that. It's once again, its gun is outside of its firing. And the ship is turning to try and fix that, but it's so slow and cumbersome. Protostar sailing in the direction it is, it just can't do it. The Nibbler is out of materials. Actually used all his materials before the Protostar did, but that's probably because the Nibbler just didn't do enough damage to it. Use it all. Oh, and there we go. The Nibbler is 2 damaged. So that is going to be the end of round 1 here. As soon as that timer kicks, or as soon as the despawn kicks in. Yep, there we go. So round 1 goes to the Protostar. Let's go ahead and get round 2 here underway. We'll see how it's gonna, if it's gonna go this much the same, or if the Nibbler can take advantage of the Protostar's inability to hit it and lack of DPS early in the match. So, you know, like the Nibbler is just, it's not taking any damage right now. If it were to just turn broadside and fire right now while the Protostar is sailing straight at it, it could get a lot of damage in with those heavy explosive crams. I mean, look at that. Imagine if all 4 of, I think it's got 4 guns, doesn't it? Yeah, imagine if all 4 of those guns hit in the same location. That would cause some serious damage. Oh, but there goes one of the guns already. Well, 2 of the guns. So half of the Nibbler's armament removed with that one strike. Once they got to close range. All those secondaries are doing is stripping off the outer wood skin of the Protostar. That is letting in water through the top, giving the Protostar some buoyancy issues. But I think the secondaries are the only things firing at this point. Yeah, the rear primary gun got knocked out, and the forward one is out of its firing arc again. Those secondaries are hammering away. But, again, they're just stripping out the outer, ooh, that was, something big just blew up. Yeah, one of the secondaries. Yeah, I feel like the Nibbler has the right armament to take out the Protostar, but if it was faster and more maneuverable, I think it would have a chance. But it loses so much damage. It's such an easy target because of how slow and cumbersome it is. The weaponry is pretty good. I mean, the secondaries aren't doing a whole lot, but you know, against something that tanks through regen like the Protostar, every bit of DPS counts, you know. Yeah, I don't think the Nibbler's going to be able to hold on with only one cram cannon functional. And it seems to keep missing. Yep, that's another miss. Oh, I think those are... I think those might be time fused shells. Pretty sure. Nibbler is hanging on a little bit better this time, but it's not doing any damage to the Protostar's repairs. Like, it can repair those beams all day. Those aren't even full beams. I just realized that those are either slopes or I think they're 4 meter slopes. Oh, and there we go. The Nibbler is 2 damage now. It took a hit to that secondary gun, and that the resulting detonation seems to have been too much. At least I think that's what happened since the gun was dead. And the Nibbler is defeated. The Protostar is victorious. So we will be moving back into the Hall of Champions where it once was. It already had its retirement video, so we're not going to have any Hall of Beauty votes on this one. But yeah. So that's going to be it for this episode, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.